Hello, hello, hello. Hey folks, how are we doing? Dave Wildheart here, and yes, this is a kind of strange situation for me to be in. But welcome to the first episode of Unwind. I think we're going to call it that. It's Unwind, episode 1. And, well, what is it? It's basically me having a little chat with you guys whilst I change my strings. You see? Unwind. Unwind. Pretty clever. Do let me know if there are any better string changing puns. I thought about rewind, but that's a little bit too old school tape analog bass, which doesn't make sense for what it is. But what is it? It's just kind of a place. Well, I used to change my strings and listen to music. It was a kind of nice, I don't know. There's something about the action of going through changing strings, listening cool music. It felt good. But now I change my strings every 4 or 5 gigs. It's kind of lost that magic. It's lost that charm. I ended up just watching YouTube videos, mindless YouTube videos like this one. It doesn't feel quite so, changing my strings as it used to. So I figured maybe I'll just record it because I don't have that much time in the seasons to record, but I do have a lot of time to change strings. So that's what we're going to do. And it's maybe you can hear the channel dog. He is snoring. I don't think it's going to be picked up on here, but it might be. He'll probably leave us soon because it is very, very hot here in Austria. It is, well, it's kind of in the plus 30s, which for you Americans probably means, I don't know, plus 90? 90, above 90? I don't know, you tell me. One thing I did want to do in these videos is kind of have some interaction with you guys, and this opening segment, there is a sort of plan, not really. The only plan is I have to change my guitar strings. The main thing at the beginning, what did I want to say? I would like to get some questions from you guys. And I think I'll be doing these maybe once a month. Maybe kind of, this one's a little bit odd because in the middle of the month, but maybe towards the end of the month so we can kind of look at what's been going on in life, in the channel, in music, in live music, in all this kind of stuff. So maybe this will normally be an end of the month thing. But questions. If you have any questions, put them in the old comment box below. And the best ones, I guess, I might not get any questions. The most interesting questions I will get around to answering in the next video. I also realise I have to actually change my guitar strings whilst doing this. Any guitar players out there will know that this is a task that has to be done quite a lot. And for me, it is literally every 4 to 5 gigs, which is happening twice a week these days because the gig schedule is very, very busy. Yeah, we are summer. This is the second busiest time. Is it the second busiest? Probably the most busy time for me, really, because in winter, I play a lot of gigs, but it's kind of regular. I know where I am every week. In summer, every week is different. Some days I'm in Italy, some days in Switzerland, some days Germany. Some days it's a wedding. Some days it's a terrace in the sun. And some days it's in a bar. Some days it's all over the place. So yeah, it's kind of crazy, but we're getting through it. Any more life updates from me? No, just busy and hot, which is kind of August for you. Channel. What's been going on the channel? We've been doing a lot of reactions. It's kind of been slow on here. August and July are generally quite slow on YouTube, so I haven't really been going too crazy. I mean, I've been doing reaction videos. Where I'm going to put this? Normally it's there on the dog. Like I said, I've been doing reaction videos, but they're ticking along nicely. We've had some really cool ones. What have we had? I've got a list here of what we've actually had. What happened in the last month? Well, something I am kind of proud of is this Tracy Chapman one. And that's something I will want to be doing a little bit more of in the future. These kind of deep dive documentary style things. I love them. They allow me to be creative in the form of script writing, in the form of editing, and in general, like storytelling in in the video. So I really enjoy making them. Obviously, they take a lot more time because you have to record, edit, and it's not just like a reaction video that can be done in an hour. It takes more time. But I believe the end product is better, although maybe not according to the number of people actually watching it. But let me know what you think. We'll obviously keep doing reaction videos on the channel because that's like the bread and butter of it. But maybe once a month we'll slip in something more of a deep dive. I don't know. We'll figure it out. But anyway, reaction videos. What we've listened to, big ones for me were Peter Gabriel. That was from Scott over on the Patreon. What a great, I knew the song. What a great performance. That jumping around, skipping around. And I did hear that later on in that concert, that the circular platform or stage they're on starts revolving. Apparently he has a bike and rides a bike around there. Just wild things going on by Peter Gabriel, which is not something I thought Peter Gabriel did. So I stand corrected. I sit corrected on that regard. Other things, I need some strings. I have strings. These are the strings I use. Elixir, light, 12 to 53. Phosphor, bronze, nano-wed coating. Rich and full. Just how I like my coffee as well. Speaking of which. The dog has woken up. Home free. Now, they were twice in this last month I've done videos on Home Free, and what struck me about Home Free is not only are they amazing at what they do, I don't know too many, not a Home Free fan, that dog. I loved the videos we watched by Home Free and the amount of nice comments I got from Home Free fans. So how it works on YouTube, most of my videos get shown to my subscribers, and if they are well enjoyed, with if they're watched by a lot by subscribers, or those subscribers watch a lot of them, they get pushed further into the algorithm, and that's when they can get more and more into the tens of thousands, hundreds of thousands of views. And when that happens, you often get a lot of fans of the artist come into your video, which is fantastic. That means the algorithm's doing exactly what it should be doing. And sometimes you get a lot of hate at this stage because people are just like, oh, who is this guy? This idiot doesn't know anything, blah, blah, blah. Check out any of my video comments. You'll see the hate. That's how it goes. But what I found with Home Free, I don't think, I haven't seen any hate comments from them. If anything, it's been so much positivity and just so many nice things said about them to me, just general positive vibes from the Home Free fans, which I guess, having listened to 2 Home Free tracks, of course, they are the most happy sounding, positive, upbeat guys there are. At least musically sounding. So of course the fans are going to be similar, otherwise it just wouldn't make sense to be pissed off and unhappy and angry at the world and also listening to Home Free. Yeah. So yeah, that's been the main thing on the channel this month, was how amazing the Home Free fans are. I did have a message from, this was really cool. This is where sometimes these comments and messages are really, really cool. I had a message from Doug Sam. Remember the Doug Sam? Am I saying that correctly? Doug Sam's. We watched a Doug Sam video, and I think his daughter, Sandra Sam, commented on it, said daddy or something in a heart. And man, it's just so crazy that these videos reach these people that were so intimately involved with these musicians and artists. And I appreciate it. There is also potentially an update to the Kate Wolf. I might be doing a Kate Wolf follow-up video based on some new information. But hey, it's got to be kept under wraps for now, for the time being. Right, let me just focus on this guitar string. 1 second, guys. Take a minute. Take a minute for yourselves, So, what else do I want to talk about in these videos? Well, music. Because, the reactions are one thing, but I don't really tend to then listen to those artists for the whole month, you know? I might listen to one album after having heard something new, for example. But normally I'm listening to lots of other stuff. And this is kind of where I wanted to do a, like, album of the month. Can we do an album of the month? It's really hard to do an album of the month. Well, sometimes it's hard because all the music is absolute dog shite. I mean, this year has been pretty... I would say the first half or the first third of the year, you know, we're getting quite fractional here. The first third of the year was pretty awful for music. I really didn't connect with anything much that was coming out. There was a couple of metal albums that came out that I liked, but from the country, folky side of things, not much was going on. I don't know what you guys think, but that's how it was to me, at least. In the last few months, though, we have had things like Cody Jinks. I want to say Cody Jenkins, but this sounds like a guy in an office. Cody Jinks released an album. Tyler Childers released an album. And now there's other stuff coming out, like Charlie Crockett, Jesse Wells, that have been really, really good. And I was checking my most listened to thing over the last month, which is something I can do. And it's actually Morgan Wade. Now, Morgan Wade, I only started listening to Morgan last year. We did a reaction video, probably about a similar time. Similar time to this last year, and I loved her voice. I loved her kind of raw country sound, but also it has this kind of grit to it. I don't know, this kind of to it. And she was singing about really interesting topics, which is not always the case with country music, and like often with like the mainstream kind of female country music. It's always, I don't know, it's not often about interesting topics. I don't know. Maybe that's an out there opinion. But her latest album, at first I was like, holy crap, some of these songs sound a little bit like Avril Lavigne. What is going on with me? Am I just becoming like an old school like female fronted rock fan? But upon further listening, I have realized that it actually is really good. And there are a couple of singles on there that are a bit more poppy, but the majority of it is kind of like country rock, but there's some real like dark, depressing stuff on there. She seems to, every album she does, it seems to have this kind of a relationship with addiction, drugs, alcohol. And I don't know her story really, but the way she writes about it is, I don't know, she combines this kind of nostalgic feel of kind of getting loose when you were young, but also with the of reality that maybe it's not something you can continue doing. But yeah, I really don't know much about it. So Morgan Wade is my most listened to. I think that's because I just had it cracking on in the background a lot, or in the car a lot. Because it's probably, is it my favourite album of the month? I don't know if we can include Jesse Wells into that, because it's been about 40 days since that was released. But hey, I'm going to include it because normally it's going to be a monthly thing. I'm going to include it. Jesse Wells, Pilgrim. That album for me so far is the album of the year. It is incredible. Jesse Wells, we know, the guy who made a bazillion videos of like 1 minute songs about, like, I don't know, what is he singing about? Governments and issues, protest songs, all this kind of stuff. He also makes full albums. And this is where, for me, he really shines, yeah, because I like his short songs. I like his, like, commentary, his satirical commentary on the state of the world and America and politics and all this kind of stuff. But when he makes a real album, which he has done a couple of times now, I love it so much. And this has got guitars, it's got Sierra Farrell, it's got Billy Strings on it, and it's a full band kind of thing. And it sounds so good, and his voice is amazing, and he's singing about, I don't know, his lyrics, his songwriting is the thing that makes it for me. And if you haven't listened to it, you absolutely must go check out Jesse Wells. Other things of note, Charlie Crockett just released an album. I really am enjoying it. It's only been out like a week, I think. But Charlie is someone I've been following for a few years. He's just kind of, I mean, he has this image of being a, like, I don't know, like a busking, traveling, kind of freight train hopping kind of guy, which I'm assuming is what he actually was. And now he's become, he's been working on his music, working, gigging. And now he plays gigs everywhere, has albums coming out. He does like 2 albums a year, which is not always a blessing because sometimes you have a lot of filler. I mean, it's a great work ethic and I really appreciate that. And it does mean that you are constantly writing and constantly making songs and developing your lyrics, which is, the only way to get better. But it does mean sometimes his albums aren't always what I want. And his last album for me was a little bit... That is good. Coffee with butter in, guys. Yeah, wild, I know. I'm living a keto lifestyle right now. Here we go. Not quite ready. Charlie Crockett. Sometimes his albums can be a little bit flat, but this latest one is not flat. Dynamic. Now, this latest one has so much going on, really just great sounding songs and like great hooks, great lyrics, and it's not just a simple kind of sound every song. Some of them, there's variations in what's going on, both musically and like dynamically. I keep saying this bloody dynamic. So it's really, I mean, like I said, I've only had it for maybe a week, but it's really, really cool. So if you like it, check it out. So those are the main kind of albums we're at. We're Morgan Wade, Jesse Wells, and Charlie Crockett. Yeah, I mean, I've listened to the Tyler Childers album, and it hasn't clicked with me yet. Yes, there are some good songs, but I mean, I know there's a lot of talk about the kind of the production. And yeah, there is something off with the production. Whether it's intentional or not, I don't know. I felt the same way with some of the more recent Zach Bryan albums. It just, maybe it's the live production style. It just feels boxy. I don't know. Maybe it's the room. I don't know. I know nothing about this kind of stuff. And maybe I don't know what I'm talking about. But it just doesn't quite work for me. That's not to say it won't work, because I am still listening to it and it's on my like yearly playlist. Does anyone else have to go elephant and donkeys grow big ears to know which string they're tuning into? Elephants and donkeys grow big ears. I'm just doing donkeys now. Did I have any more of a structure? Let me check my structure. Best live performance. Well, that was kind of the home free stuff, I guess. I mean, I did watch John Farnham sing Help by the Beatles, but that only went onto the Patreon because obviously YouTube blocks lots of these videos. So that only went on the Patreon. 1 second. Am I recording? I am recording. Yeah, Help by John Farnham, Elephants and Donkeys Grow, was probably the best live performance, but those home free videos were by far my favourite. And that Peter Gabriel one was maybe the most entertaining. Best album? Jesse Wells. Best song? Probably something off Jesse Wells. I mean, the self-titled one, Pilgrim, is a fantastic piece. It's got this guitar riff, like an acoustic riff at the beginning, which is wild because most of these kind of folky country songs don't have acoustic guitar riffs. But I guess Jesse comes from a rock metal background, so that's where the riffage is coming from. Yeah, let's go with the self-titled track, Pilgrim, or Changes in the Air, or We're All Gonna Die. I love that one. My daughter likes that song, but she's 5 years old. No, she's 4 years old. So when singing songs like "We're All Gonna Die" is maybe, I don't know, giving her too much to think about at such a young age, or maybe she doesn't think about it. Maybe that's just me. The guitar is nearly changed, guys. How about that? Now, oh my These fingers are taking a battering, these fingers. Anything else on the plan? No. It's just the any other business session, which is basically, do we have anything else to say? Not really. The guitar is ready. I need to kind of wear these strings in a bit, but maybe that's not something you wanted us to see on this. I tell you what though, because this is a musical channel with lots of influence or interest in songwriting and lyrics, and because I'm probably going to do it once a month, which means 12 a year, I was thinking maybe at the end of the video, because I always play a song when my strings are ready, just to see if everything's feeling okay, and to kind of loosen them up a bit before the gig later on. I know some people say you've got to really, bed in the strings. I don't know if you do. Do you? I just play like one song, put the guitar away, shove it in a really hot car, and then job done. But maybe I can play one of my originals. I don't know if anyone is interested in my originals. But if you are, or maybe something that I'm working on. So let's do something that I'm working on, because this is kind of the vibe that we're going for here, this DIY style vibe. I didn't even chop the ends off, guys. Talking to you has really, it's kind of cool. I kind of just changed my strings without even thinking about changing my strings, which is good practice for when they break on stage. That's always fun. When a string breaks on stage, you've either got to change it or you've got to just play with 5 strings. I've once broke 2 strings on stage, and then I was like, okay, we're changing it. And then it's a quick change, and I can do it so quick these days, really quick. Always when I change them like this, I then go for another tune, because that kind of aggressive snip, look at that. For some reason, that aggressive snip, just loosens up the strings, and maybe just settles them a little bit. Alright guys, so it's been really nice talking to you. I hope it wasn't too rambly, or maybe rambly is good. We'll see. I don't know if this is even what this is going to be. Is this a podcast? Is this a video? I have no idea. I guess I'll do them. Maybe no one will watch them. Maybe that doesn't matter. Maybe it's more about therapy. Just talking to no one. Also, my family have left me. They're in Poland on holiday. Yeah, I know, it's all right for some, isn't it? But I'm stuck here just playing gigs, basically. They're in Poland. Oh, other big news. We're moving house. So it's all going to get very crazy around here soon. This place will be gone. The usual place with the pictures behind will be gone. This song, I wrote it. I haven't really finished it, but it's kind of in the works. It's titled All the Dogs Are Gone. Or maybe it's titled Photos Bring Me Home. I don't know what it's called. At the moment it's called All the Dogs Are Gone. And I got it, this inspiration from, basically I've been in Austria now for 8 years. And in that time we lost our dog. Our dog died. We got another dog. Our neighbour's dog died. Our other neighbour's dog died. I know multiple people whose dogs have died. Yeah, this is 8 years now. This is we're talking close to dog lifespan. So all the dogs are being refreshed, which is a horrible way of thinking of it. And it just got me thinking about the passage of time and how it's been 8 years I've been in Austria, which is absolutely wild. So I've always started writing a song about all these things, the passage of time. And that kind of led me into the chorus, which is a bit more like an environmental look about how things have changed over time. I don't know how it's going to work with this microphone. It's been 10 years and the dogs have all gone. Grass disappeared as the faded hang on. Wagons fly by while the house lays to rot. Time marches on in the land time forgot. Water don't flow in the rivers no more. It floods through the streets and it knocks at your door. And what's left of hope in this valley of... Okay. You know what? My tablet just decided to close down. Imagine if it did that in a gig. Okay, it's a good chance to tune up the guitar again, huh? That's a crazy thing. Like, you'd have thought that I would be able to remember a song I wrote, no? I cannot. I cannot remember any songs I've written. I cannot remember any cover songs. I can't remember anything. Lyrics, maybe, but lyrics and chords together, the brain doesn't like it. You spent 10 years and the dogs have all gone. Grass disappeared as the faded hang on. Wagons fly by while the house lays to rot. Time marches on in the land time forgot. Water don't flow in the rivers no more. It floods through the streets and it knocks at your door. And what's left of hope in this valley of tears? Just a lost generation that's led by their fear. And the photos bring me home. And the photos bring me back home. Kids have all left for the bright city lights to follow their dreams, no matter the price. Long as there's someone out there who can pay. When the lights have gone off and the sky has turned gray. Water don't flow in the rivers no more. It floods through the streets and it knocks at your door. And what's left of hope in this valley of tears? Just a lost generation that's founded on fear. And the photos bring me home. And the photos bring me home. La da 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 da, la da da da, la da da da, la da da da, la da 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 da, la da da da, la da da da, la da da da. Borders don't flow in the rivers no more. It floods through the streets and it knocks at your door. And what's left of hope in this valley of tears? Just a lost generation that's led by their fears. And the photos bring me home. And the photos bring me back home.